we see he looks the same as the two dragons we've got in the group. He's considerably skinnier than the two of you, a little bit shorter. He's a meek figure. He looks more like Charlie than the other two of you probably do. A little bit skinnier in his frame. But he's stood there. You can see that he's in a similar robe to the remainder of the remainder of the cultist, but his has considerably more gilding all over it. And these golden dragons are embroidered all over.
You're gonna have to introduce me to your tailor.
He stands. He doesn't say anything initially. He's just stood staring at the two of you, looking a bit pensive. Do either of you say anything upon seeing him?
I walk towards him quite slowly.
Okay.
And go, Chacki! Excitedly.
Okay, and you extending your arms out for a hug, are you?
We'd be going for what the dragons would be, or the dragon
The dragon equivalent of a hug.
A bro hug, yeah.
Okay.
What is that? You start biting each other.
Really bro hug.
Yeah, much back patting.
Yeah.
Pa 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 pa. Okay, yeah, I think he reciprocates. And he says it. He sort of like as you sort of in this embrace, he sort of whispers in your ear like, how did you find me?
We weren't looking for you.
We've been looking non-stop.
We are on our own trial, brother.
Okay, he sort of like takes a step back and looks down. He says, "You're on the trial. Why are you not out in the gravel fields?"
We are looking for a bigger prey. And we were looking for something else, and then we
We found the other something else.
We followed a goat.
Goats lead you to magical places.
I ate goat shit, and now here I am.
Yeah, he like leans over his shoulder to look at the group behind you, and looking puzzledly at your two companions that you seem to have gained. He gives Nin a curt nod, and then he sort of says, "So what did you say? You said you followed a goat."
I guess we said
Let's say we're on the trial.
we're on the trial and looking for bigger prey than just what's in the gravel field.
He gives a bit of a grin at that, and he says, "Fancied hunting owls, did you?"
That wasn't part of the plan, but it seems that's what we're here to do. We're here. We've seen them now.
He grins quite widely and says, "So you see what a bad idea that was."
I have to ask, how do you live near it?
He says, I found my way. So I came here looking to make a name for myself, but quickly found myself outmatched, scrabbling through the dark in his lair. He forced me back through to these caves where I thought I was going to die. But after some time rooting around the darkness, I found something. And I chose to stay.
What did you find?
Okay, at that the camera sort of like pans over Chacky's shoulder, and we sort of see this camp. The rest of the surroundings you've been into seem fairly beaten up. It's very much just a cave with tarps thrown on the floor. There's a couple of fairly nice, well-made tents here. One large yurt-like tent which has got these golden embroideries on the outside of it. But he looks over his shoulder towards the far end, and you can see a rail's been put up over this opening in the cave with a large red curtain. And then he says, "I cannot show you. Not yet, but I will explain." And he goes to walk past you and lead you round the corner.
There is so much to talk about, it's been
Okay, so yeah, I think we have sort of like a walking conversation. I'm not going to treat this as being in combat now.
If he's leading us out, can I try and stealth so I get left behind?
100% you can. Yeah.
You can try and do the same thing.
I am.
Yeah, no one's gonna give a shit about those two, are they?
Oh, nice. That's a unnatural 20.
Nice.
I got a 14.
14. Okay. I would say that actually let's get Chacki to roll it.
Do I want to use an inspiration?
Yeah, I think this makes sense.
No, it's already the other day.
No.
So it's a 16 for him on his perception.
So I guess I will use an inspiration.
You'll probably notice if both of you try and stay. I'd
That's
say.
true.
Because
All right, so I guess when I see you kind of
Yeah.
hang back enough, I guess I'll just keep going with them then.
Okay, cool. So you guys head on round the corridor a little bit then. And yeah, I'd say Nuck. You sort of like as you're walking down, you wait to move fast, and you wait to move last. You sort of gesture Satcher to walk ahead, but he seems far too perturbed by the fact that his Dragonborn count has tripled almost immediately. So he's sort of head bowed and walking with his hands tucked into his sleeves behind, like if he was dutiful when he's sort of just running in. Now that his official master and two more dragons are here, he's basically not taking his feet off his toes as he walks around.
I just uncork the bottle, go, stop to take a drink, and I just don't start going again.
Okay.
And they all walk past.
Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll have let's split this into we'll split the party now briefly, and I think we'll follow the group down the corridor. So let's start unveiling things. I'm not going to move the tokens with each one because it would be tedious. But actually, no, let's grab. So Satcher comes with you at back. Chacky's going to be leading up front with dinner run. You're staying behind. You're coming in, and Satcher. You're on here, right? So you guys move back down to Har. So he leads you up round this bend. What sort of questions do you? So we'll ask him. You can ask him one question as you're walking down past the original cultists. So we sort of get this sort of slow time lapse shot of you moving back down the corridor. Sort of Chacki walking at the front with his two brothers at his shoulders, Yarok following behind with Satcher. What do you ask him?
Well, he said what I can explain. Does that lead anywhere before we ask me questions?
He's taking you to explain. Yeah.
I mean, I'd be like, brother, how did you find these people that revere us? What's happened? How are you alive?
He says, what I found in this cave has led me to believe that I'm here for a higher purpose. I have more to offer, and he sort of like pulls up the sleeve on his robe and rubs the golden scales on his arm, and he says, these scales, they mean something. And he continues leading you up round the bend. I see. Let's reveal up here. So he takes you up round this bend. You walk. We sort of see every cultist you now pass sort of do just press their head into the floor, arms stretched out in front of the floor. So now we'll wait for that a second, and we'll explain what else you see.
Brother Chacky's alive.
I think Din's probably a bit angry. Yeah, because he kind of assumed his brother was in mortal peril, and he just found him chilling out with some cultists.
See, I'm the opposite. Ron's like excited. he's always known they were known for bigger things, or meant for bigger things. And just to find people that bow on sight, it's like, yeah.
Nice.
So just didn't think that his brother was literally fighting non-stop the entire time. It's just like this heated battle.
Yeah, it's like Gandalf and the Balrog thing, smacking arrows on the head.
I don't know. Did thought in some way he couldn't come back, not that he chose not to.
Right.
Yeah. I think that makes sense.
So that's put stuck in some way.
Yes.
Like, oh no.
He's just been eating grass. That's all he can reach.
I suppose another thing that once Matt gets back, we definitely want to talk about that dragon.
Yeah.
Find out more about the dragon if he knows anything. So many questions.
What was the name of the dragon from like the ancient legends?
There was the ancient legends didn't really have the only dragon from ancient legends is
I'll go back
what's his name? Chacki, who's the one who fought the monks.
Yeah.
Other than that, there aren't really any named dragons of history. Those just gold and silver. The evil and the not so evil.
What colour was Chacki?
He was neither.
Wasn't either.
You guys, well, as Nuck, you can roll a history and see what you know about Chacki.
I wasn't sure if it was just like a well-known legend.
It is, yeah. I think it would be.
Would our
So you don't
father
do
have
it
told
small.
us about them?
Actually, no. You worship Kuwai, so you would know. Sorry,
Oh, no.
Because he's linked directly to Kuwai.
Okay.
So Kuwai is the goddess who basically inhabits the. She's our sort of goddess of the Tempest. But she's basically the spirit of the Eastern Sea.
Yeah.
The water that surrounds you guys, and currently keeps all of the orcs at bay.
Yeah.
By her rage. Basically, the deal with Kuwai is she's depicted as a woman with torrents of waves as her hair. Like the waves, she's just supposed to be. She has unrelenting fury, which needs to be in some way directed. At the moment, that fury is currently being directed to anybody who tries to cross the water without her blessing. But previously in history, the gods convinced her to tame that fury.
Right.
That eventually bubbled over to the point where just the sheer rage of this god's untapped rage or suppressed rage manifested itself, and what it manifested itself as was Shao-Kahn, a dragon described made of as entirely as lightning.
Okay. What was I going to say? I had another question.
Kuwai is always on it.
Oh yeah. Was so is Kuwai on the level of the other gods, or is she more like a sort of spirit guardian,
No.
demigod type thing?
They're all sort of on that sort of level on this one. The gods of this world are to a certain extent all powerful. They like Greek gods is probably the best sort of comparison.
Alright.
They're very like Greek gods in that they're not sort of all powerful. They all have limits. There's only some of them who can sort of see you wherever you are. Generally, they only reign over their own domains, and like Greek gods, they're meddling fuckers.
Yeah.
And we like to get involved in everything.
Like fracks.
Yeah, like frags. Kuwai is particularly like that. Or Kuwai just needs to constantly be occupied by something. For quickly as well.
Yeah, frack seems like he's essentially just Loki.
Yeah.
What did I
With
miss?
a suit.
We were talking theology.
Yeah.
Of 3 seats.
I was just finding out what I knew about the dragon that died on the mountain, but it's not the same one. That was like a
I see.
weird lightning dragon type thing.
Oh, okay. Oh, did you guys not continue while I went?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, we got to a room and then had to wait till we were back.
Oh, sorry.
So we saw. We'll presumably see something important.
Yeah, fair enough. Gonna grab a drink then. Does anyone want?
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, we unveil a bit more for you. So Chacki sort of as he's walking around to you, he explains. He says, "The things I've found in this cave have allowed me to draw followers to my cause. Ones who believe rightly that we're due respect." He says as he sort of rounds this corner. You get a chance to look into this room here as you're coming around.
That's a lot.
So yeah, he leads you up around this way. And you see off round to the side what the drag marks were. There appears to be a sled, which seems to have been getting dragged around from this way up to here.
That sounds fun.
So meanwhile, look, what are you doing? You've been left alone in the camp.
Yeah.
Loot,
Okay.
loot.
Yeah, I'm going to walk past the openings of the tents on my way to the big one. So
Right.
walk past the small ones. If I see anything that catches my eye straight away, I'll stop. But otherwise, I'm just heading straight to the big tent.
Okay, sweet. So yeah, you head up. Let's move my controls back over here. So you head up. You peer into the first tent, and you see that there's a couple of there's one large, like not necessarily large, one compared to the bedrolls you see on the floor, one decent sized bed on here that's actually elevated off the floor.
Yeah.
And then you can see there's some nice looking sort of gold and gilded robes. They're not up to the ridiculous standard that Chackis are, but they look nicer than what most of the cultists are wearing as well. And you can see there's some robes hung on a peg on the side of the tent, as well as there's a small chest at the foot of the bed.
Just over the top, you can see my feathered trousers underneath. And yeah, if can I stand to the side of the chest and see if I can just open it?
Yeah, you can give it a quick go. So, if you're trying to do it quietly, you will. Yeah.
Okay. Just being.
Give me a stealth check if you can try
I
and do
mean,
it silently.
is opening a chest going to make much noise?
Depends what's inside.
Oh.
What if it's like Zelda, there'd be some music?
That would be a 13.
13. Okay. It doesn't open, but 13 is enough that you don't make loads of noise. But as you sort of tip it up, you hear something that sounds like glass rolling from the bottom to one side.
Ooze. Right, okay. Can I grab can I grab the second cloak and see if I can use that to kind of like muffle the noise as I open it?
Yeah, 100%. It'd be like a sleight of hand check to do that. You're doing burglar skills to try and jimmy it open. So you could try and force it open, but quietly using that, are you?
So that would be a +1 as opposed to if I was just stealthing it.
Yeah, no, I think it is sleight of hand because at this point you're working with your hands to do something.
Okay. Do I get advantage for using that thing?
No, I'd say the check. So you'll need 2 checks. One to do it quietly with,
Yeah.
with that, which you can have advantage because you're using the cloak, and then it'll be a separate one strength check to actually just rip the lid off this chest.
Oh, is it actually locked?
It's locked. Yeah.
Oh, if it's locked, then I'm not going to bother. I can't.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm not going to brute force it open.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, yeah, I'm just going to leave there then and head up to the big tent.
Okay. I will say, as you actually probably roll perception for me whilst you're in that tent.
That's a 20.
A 20. Okay. You do hear like a gentle sigh from the next tent over. So while you're looking over, you hear some. Now you're close. You can hear some little breathing. It sounds heavy, and it sounds weird. 20. You can probably tell it sounds like they're asleep.
Okay. I want to loot, but I also want to look at what's up the top there.
So they slept through our double dragon roar. I don't think you need to be that
Heavy
quiet.
sleeper.
Oh,
There's not going to be a key just left in here. Can I check my pockets? See if there's a key in there.
Yeah. Just roll a d20 for me.
See if I get that lucky. Oh god. That is a 10, I guess.
No, nothing in the pockets, unfortunately.
Alright.
I mean, you need a coffee.
I'm going to move over to the tent then.
Okay, so you're going to move over to which one? The big one?
Yeah, big one.
Okay.
Actually, sweet.
Um,
I
so,
believe you.
so you head over to this tent. You sort of see as you pass over the next tent, and you see that there's a man lying on. Is it the next tent's nearly identical?
Yeah.
But he's lying on his back with like what looks like a heavy book over his face.
Right.
It looks like he's fallen asleep reading and seems to be muffling into the outside world.
Yeah.
You wonder why it hasn't suffocated him yet. You probably see it's probably very damp underneath that where he is, but yeah, he's got a heavy book over his head.
Alright. Yeah, and then just have a look in what I can only assume is Chacki's tent.
Okay, so yeah, the entrance to Chacki's tent is a lot more grandiose than everything else that you've seen. There seems to be a lot of fine sort of silks in here, as well as just other crates of general bits. There's sort of boxes stacked around the edges of the tent, and a large bed which has been sort of clumsily made in the centre of the other side. It looks like the same as the other beds which the 2 previous tents had in, but this one somebody sort of made it into a 4-poster using some simple logs and rope and then draped silk over it.
Right.
Whoever owns this bed obviously wanted to feel important. And you can just see it's very much like you'd expect like a Mongolian's chief to be. It doesn't look too similar. It makes you think of back home in Tai Cheng. The way the Chief O'Doul's tent is laid out.
Yeah.
This seems like a mini version of O'Doul's tent, except instead of like there being pelts hung over stuff, it's got like these fine silks thrown around the place.
Okay. Is there anything I can see that I would just find useful? Like,
Not at a glance. There seems to be so much of this silk piled up, that you'd have to go rummaging through to find anything.
yeah, I just want to do like a quick rummage through and just see if I see anything. I'm not
Okay.
spending too much time, and I'm not particularly trying to be quiet either.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you go rummaging through a few bits. I'd say the main thing that you find that you'd see of any use, or probably the only thing, is next to Charlie's bed. You push back one of these sheets of red silk, and then underneath it, coiled up in a roll as a whip.
Ooh, kinky.
You notice there's a little bit of blood on the tip.
Very kinky. I'm gonna just take the whip and just stash it underneath my robe I'm now wearing.
Okay, yeah.
Just sort of like attached to whatever I've thrown together for a belt, and then I'm just gonna head up and see what I can see at the top of the thing.
You're gonna go look through the curtain.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I think at this point, Nuck moves over to where the curtain is. He places a hand on one side and begins pulling it across, and then we bump back to the other. So yeah, I think Chacki rounds the rest of the corner. He continues. We sort of catch the end of what he was saying previously again. He's like, I found people who can treat us with respect. What I found here, I found people who are willing to worship. Finish what our forefathers started. People who know how to kneel. And as he rounds the corner,
I'm feeling real uncomfortable right now.
he sort of rounds you into the corner.
We
and-
brought tribute.
Let's quickly reveal this area.
She's only little, but she'll do fun.
So yeah, let's move you over there first. So he takes you up round the bend, past a room here where the sled was, and then into this space here.
Are we going to see one from the
Yeah,
other
I'm
side?
the
We're going to see him peering through the curtain.
And then you can see there's a large area here which has been carved out, and you can see at the other side. There's these large slabs here are all columns that are being carved up. You can see some rickety-looking scaffolding's been erected, and there's cultists up and around the top of the scaffolding working on these columns, carving something into them. You can see that on the floor some like ditches have been dug to make sort of like these makeshift almost pews where you just sit on the ground and then your feet are into the bottom. And at the other side you can see there's a statue of what looks like it's been well completed. What's clearly the visual of Chacki on one side, but he has his hands placed on some other figure that's to his side, considerably smaller, and they haven't finished carving it yet. He rounds the corner. He says, "This is where they worship us. This is where I tell them the tales and herald of the return." And I think that's when we cut back to where Nuck is. He begins pulling the curtain across, and we can see there's actually already some light inside.
The suspense is too much to bear.
What's it going to be?
So yeah, Nuck, you finish tucking the whip
That's
in.
porn in the wood.
You finish tucking the rope in behind your back, and you see you press your hand on the curtain and pull it across. And the room that's in the other side, it seems empty initially. At first you're blinded for a second because there's actually a hole which seems to lead to the outside. So the bright light for a second blinds you, but as you're able to adjust slowly, you can see the light.
Was it
pouring in.
daytime again already?
What's that?
Was it daytime again already?
Yeah, I think it probably would be in the amount of time you've been shopping around in the dark, or at least it might be moonlight, but it's hard to tell when you've been in pitch black for that long. So yeah, it probably is sort of like early morning light, if you know what I mean, coming in. So it's probably like 4 or 5 in the morning.
Okay.
The sun's just beginning to suggest coming over the horizon. As the light sort of pours in, you squint into the darkness, and initially the room seems empty, but you can see from the other side of the shadow, and there appears to be a figure huddled in the corner. It notices you coming in, and you see it shrinks down and backwards a little bit.
Okay. Just with like this shocked look on my face. I was expecting to see like a giant corpse or something, or something like a giant stone tablet or something like that. So I'm just like, okay. Can I see what race it is, or what it is?
Yeah, I think you give it a few seconds, and as you don't like pad out to the room, it gingerly places a foot forward into the light, and it becomes immediately apparent what you're looking at with the first foot that's illuminated, and as gold begins to reflect off the scales on the back of its foot, and it takes a step forward, and it looks incredibly shrunken and meek, but a small dragon begins to pad out into the centre of the room. It doesn't look anywhere as grand as you expected a dragon to look. It's much smaller, and it appears to be covered in long welted red lines. And the whip begins to burn in your back pocket.
Is it like, is that a descriptive thing, or
That's
does it
descriptive
actually?
thing. So yeah,
Right, okay.
it becomes like your mind puts two and
Yeah.
two together. The reason that wood is covered in blood is that it's being used on this dragon. I mean, you can tell this is this is nowhere near the size of the one that was in the other room. This one's tiny.
Yeah, it's like a.
Is this like bigger than him or no?
It's probably sort of like large, very large dog size.
Okay.
Like a Shire horse type size.
Should be smaller than me, or I mean bigger than me or Nuck, but
Yeah, probably
smaller
bigger
than those two.
To those two, it'd be like the size of like a German Shepherd.
Okay.
To most people, it would be a bit bigger.
How big is the hole in the ceiling?
It looks big enough to sort of like crawl through. It's on the roof. It looks like you could get out that way.
But the dragon can't.
The dragon doesn't appear to be able to now, or it certainly hasn't done so. I mean, it's sort of like it moves into the light, looking unsure towards you as it pads slowly out into the centre of the room, and its head held low.
Does leave any of this as your chance. How to take a dragon, the movie, toss in a ration.
But then he'll know that I was here.
How? It's gonna eat the ration.
Well, the only thing. Oh, actually, I guess I've got some like dry rations as well, haven't I?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to Yeah, I think I'm just going to grab a ration, toss it to it, and just wait to see if it takes it, and then if it does, I'm just going to leave.
Okay. Yeah. Roll an animal handling check for me, please.
I'm not getting close to it at all.
No, that's fine.
I'm going to spend one point of inspiration.
Okay.
I want to leave a good impression on this.
Okay. Cool.
I do have a +1.
Oh.
No. Do I want to spend another one?
Do it.
Fuck it, I'll spend another one. I'll go down to 9 points. Oh my god!
Oh no.
You've already spent. You might as well. Or it was all for naught. Just spend one more. Just go down to 8.
Down to 8. Okay. Come on, please! 1! So that's a high of a 6. No,
So yeah, no, I think
5.
Yeah.
4
Yeah,
rolls.
so I think you toss this thing out, but it like as it sort of pads into the dirt in front of it, this young dragon flinches, and you see like the foot that it had stepped out in front where it's moving whips up in towards itself, and then it shrinks back away into the corner. I mean, I think we briefly return back round to the temple, where we see the statue of Jarly, and everybody who's at work has turned around to look at the people who've just entered, and then Jarly gestures up. Chacki gestures up to the statue, and he says, "I've heralded the return of the dragons. All bow."
Here we are.
Jarly's in the back like.
Gets real 1939 flashbacks here.
She climb up on my back. Safe up here.
I am impressed, brother. We all.
So you
I'm
probably
proud
haven't
of you, brother.
probably haven't figured out just from the misshapen shape of the other statue that what he's found. Actually, roll a perception for me. See if you can figure out what the statue is.
19 plus 1, 20. Non-natural 20.
Critical fail.
Okay, so
You have no fucking.
you don't, but the other two of you do realise that, like, from the beginning of the carving, like he's got his hand on what appears to be carving out a dragon.
Oh shit.
Okay. Amazing sculpturing you have on you there, Chacki.
Is that your dog?
That's a lovely
German
looking,
Shepherd.
That's a lovely looking goat thing. I would point to I'm guessing the sacrificial spot in front where there's all the blood, and say, and what? Who gets sacrificed?
He grins and says, "Whoever needs to."
I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you, brother.
Are you?
He is my brother, and we are strong, proud dragon blood.
Oh no, you're the bad guy.
We were the bag.
You were.
They're the fucking Nazis!
You're rolling with a bunch of Nazis.
Yep, and I just found the prison camp.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, the
Discovered
legend,
the
le-
fucking dragon Auschwitz
the-
back there.
No, the legend would very much put them the other way around. Is the issue there? Like when the Great War happened, the Golden Dragonborn were serving the Golden Dragons, and they didn't keep them as pets. Like they were very much subservient.
Yeah.
It was very much the driving force of the dragons. The dragons were very much the ones who believed that everybody should be kneeling before them, and the Dragonborns were just the highest up in the pecking order of the people who were kneeling.
So he's trying to reverse it.
So tell me, brother, what are you gonna do? Like, what is your plan? I'm impressed by what you've done so far, but I see 12. There's a whole world out there.
He says, with time, we need to wait. We need to nourish.
We know from history, 13th disciple is a bad idea.
He says,
Is that Jesus Christ?
yeah. He says preparations are not complete. It will be a long road, but once our weapon is ready, all will kneel.
Proud of you, brother.
So I suppose we cut back to Nook briefly.
I'd give him a.
Also, just to make sure, in this world, dragons are just as intelligent as normal,
Yes.
right? Like they're capable of speech and
Once they're adults,
intricate
they
thought.
are.
Okay,
Yeah.
At young age, usually they aren't. But
that's fine.
Yeah. Like the one that Nook encountered was clearly too young.
Yeah, yeah.
And it'd be very much like you're doing animal handling checks instead of persuasion with that thing.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
it's only when they're young that they can talk, isn't it?
Or old, you mean?
No, as in, so there's like an infant, there's a young,
Oh, okay. I see.
there's regular, and then there's
I think this one would actually be a wormling. So it's
Wormling,
like
yeah.
this one's like a baby dragon. Like it is an infant dragon.
so okay. Nuck is now thinking about rejoining the group as quickly as possible.
Okay.
So can I just quickly have a look in that tent and see what it says on the book?
What on the guy's face?
Yeah.
So yeah, you'd probably like lean over and it would. I don't know what the type would be. It would clearly be a book on like Golden Dragon lore. So he's revising history. Almost like the thickness of it. Like the book's been decorated. Like some of the embroidery that's happened on the cloaks, they've clearly taken some silk and actually embroidered it into the cover of this book.
Okay. Yeah. Do I think I'll wake him up if I take the book off?
You'd have to be very. The sleight of hand check would be like a 1920 to lift it from his face and not wake him.
I'm gonna try because I don't mind if he wakes up. So I'm gonna see if I can take the book. That's plan B, plan A,
Okay.
plan B.
Sure.
Nope. Why am I just rolling 4s?
Okay. So yeah. No, you go to like
What's wrong?
lift up his face, and your fat dwarven fingers sort of hook into his nose. I mean, his head's pulled up, and he sort of splutters, pushes the book.
What was that?
That's
Four.
he he pushes the book away with his hand, but it is left in your hand when he's done. And then he sort of sits up, looks confused. And you've got a second to do something if you like. But
I just say, I'm new. Where do I take a dump?
he like squints at you for a second. Like it takes a second to survey his surroundings. Roll deception for me.
Do I get advantage because I'm wearing the cloak?
You do. Yes.
Come on.
I gave you the dice. Use it.
That one.
That was a good one. Always got me good.
What's my deception is -1.
So you get 9 so far.
That's an 11.
That's the first roll above 10 you've gotten in a while.
Yeah.
So 11. So let's see what this guy's got.
14. Oh, I think I might be over it. There we go.
No, now you used it up.
I'm back on a 4.
Now it's gone.
6, 16, 18, 19. Oh god.
Yeah.
5. Okay, we're back on now.
If it had been a 20, that would have been fucking epic.
Mhm.
So it's wisdom, isn't it? Insights for.
Yeah.
Yeah, no advantages for him, but so he gets a 13.
What did I bet?
You
You got an 11, didn't you?
Yeah.
So yeah, so no, he lets Scrunch like dwarf. How did you get? and he like sits up and he's like, "Where's everybody else?"
No, I'm lost.
Do wasn't quick about you.
Yeah, he looks like he doesn't believe you, and he reaches his hand across to something which is on the table beside his bed.
Sucker punch.
Yeah.
Out cold, please. Hopefully.
Okay, so yeah.
Good choice. Good choice.
Yeah, I'll say no. I think we're going to need to because he's reaching something. I think we are going to need to roll initiative to decide what order these things happen in.
Just down the corridor. It's like the Pokemon battle music kicks in. We're like,
Let's have the.
You want the rock? That was a 13, but I'll let you reroll because it wasn't on the table.
Oh,
Come on.
Steve.
What's he get? Does he get a plus?
He does. It's 22.
I can't even beat him. Not even with a
Yeah,
20,
it's
so
literally
it
impossible.
doesn't matter.
Two.
So yeah, you're going second in this order. So let's move you over.
About an hour after him.
You just too fast. You're like, hey, quapa! He just slaps you like, get out! Oh god, you're gonna die cold and alone in a cave.
Never.
At least this will let me see how strong these cultists are. As long as I have less than like 10 average HP, I can one-shot them with my sweet pew pews.
So let's check this guy out. You guys still level 1?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That didn't sound good.
Nice knowing you, Stephen.
Death of Steve.
Hey, he might just knock me out. You never know.
He might try and drag you to the.
He might gonna be the next sacrifice.
That's what we're gonna do. It's like, what's going on there?
What's that?
Just chatting happy with Chacki. Like, it's like there's something going on somewhere. What's the music when you lose all your cat or you're a Pokemon when you die?
Don't know. What's it? Mario.
In Pokemon, the music cuts out and it just says like Ash is blacked out.
Ash Blackout.
See, he's going first. I think.
Because it's implied that the other trainer and their Pokemon gang up and steal your money. Because you wake up a boss money.
They mug you.
Yeah.
All trainers.
Which also, whenever you get money after a Pokemon battle, you either A, made a bet, you're like, my animals can beat up yours, or you beat the shit out of them and take their money.
Yeah, right. So yeah, I think he manages to reach the charm that's on his side. That's on his side table. It does appear to be some sort of spellcasting focus. It's a simple sort of like gold chain that he scoops up and claps to his chest. He hisses a few words in what appears to be clumsy draconic, and he casts Hold Person.
It's lucky.
They're trying to freeze him.
Yeah.
What
Let's
level is
drag
he?
him to a sacrificial pit.
Fetch the sled.
Or maybe he'll just take him into Alice's chamber.
Is he wrapped up?
So,
That's all.
wisdom saving throw. Well, at least I've got a +1 to wisdom. Oh wait, saving throw. No, not for months. No, 5.
Okay. So yeah, no, he whispers something. He whispers
6.
6, yeah. Cheers, Dave. Thanks. I'm glad to know you got my back
Sorry,
there.
buddy.
So yeah, he hisses something in clumsy draconic. Oh, that's not good. Just on the first level. Yeah, he hisses something in draconic, and all of your muscles seize at the same time. I mean, you're stuck in exactly the same position. Were you going for a punch? So,
No, I was going for my staff.
okay, so yeah, so I think your hand's like reaching over to your shoulder, and then you're just locked in position. And that's the sort of powers visualization in features. Okay, so that's a full action. So that's his turn. He uses his movement to scoop himself up out of bed.
Mhm.
It's your turn. You're paralysed, and at the end of your turn, you can make an attempt to.
Yeah, so that's the only thing I can do.
So yeah, the only thing you can do is to unparalyze yourself.
Come on,
potentially.
I'm not going to give up on this dice.
Why? You should. You should give up on it.
It's not rolling anymore, it's just bouncing and going.
Straight to that number.
Yeah.
So what was that?
That will be a 4.
A 4. So no, yeah.
Another 4.
You
He's
remain
doing
held.
really well.
He takes a second, like he sidles like right up, sort of with like within kissing distance.
I'm like,
Yeah, he says you don't go anywhere, and he pegs it off round the corner.
Oh!
So let's have a look. What's his movement? 30 feet. So
Huh? It was all going so well.
he moves
Just
60.
not up like that.
Take him up to here.
Oh boy.
We're gonna be Nazis together.
he's gonna be 120.
And so now it's your turn. So the same as before, but at the end you just hit your turn.
Or again! I was rolling 5.
There is more than just 4s on that dice, right?
No. It's literally a D4.
So let's think.
And
So
it's more than 4.
each turn is. Let's put
I'm sticking with you, mate. You can do this.
So let me get, with a concentration spell, if you move outside of the range of the spell, does the concentration range?
Not unless it specifically says.
Okay,
So
that's
the range is how far it has to be for casting it,
Yeah.
and then unless it says like Mage Hand, if you move outside of the range, it just stays. There's unlimited distance essentially.
Okay, that's fine. So yeah, on this one, that's not the case then.
So what's
So yeah,
it?
you are still gripped. So you've done yours. So you did your second attempt, you didn't make it then.
No.
So yeah, he's going to run again. So
well.
he's going to keep vaulting.
We're all gonna be brothers. And
60
Yana.
feet.
Woo! Hanging with the bad guys.
Woo!
Well, I have to beat
I
Chacki
am.
to get out.
So let's see if you get out first. So yeah, your turn.
That's a 9.
And
No,
9. What do you need to get?
I don't know, probably like 11 or 12.
Oh, it's another. So the same as the original saving throw. Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, same as the original save.
What was the original?
The
save?
original save was.
Well, I don't think we ever actually said because it will be based on that NPC's spell save.
Okay. It's DC 11.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So what do you get?
9.
9. Okay. So
Hey
there
there, buddy.
he continues dashing.
I mean, should I just keep rolling to see how long it takes me to get out of it?
Yeah, let's do that.
So, there, out. So
Out,
another
okay.
6 seconds later, I'm out.
Okay, cool. So let's move him his other 60 feet.
boy. Hey, you can get the book now at least.
I've got the book. I'm holding it.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, he left the book's still in his hand. So yeah, Nuck, you're free. It's your turn then.
Okay. I'm not going to catch up to him. I'm going into that room to force that chest open.
So the one thing I will say is as you round this corner, I will tell you about it and I'm going to reveal it. As you notice something that has been in the room this entire time, but I'm going to reveal the text that goes along with it. There's this.
Huh.
Do it. Believe in yourself.
DC 16. I'm not strong at all, though. I would have to roll 16 or higher.
Yeah, believe in yourself. You got inspiration.
I don't want to spend any more. I've already spent too much.
Use a different dice.
Here.
This dice.
No, it's let you down countless times. It's not gonna. He keeps drinking and beating you. Just break up with him.
Built up my trust, and now, okay.
Believe in yourself.
Fine. I'm gonna roll the boulder. Hopefully. Come on. No. That's a 9.
Use this person. Just one. Just one. You can do it.
Oh.
You can do it. You can do
I
it.
use 1 inspiration. I don't
So
think it's gonna work.
Nuck gets his fingers underneath the boulder and begins.
I believe.
No.
2.
I'm just rolling abysmally.
Yeah.
Anyone want to donate him an inspiration?
I will if I can roll it.
Sure.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I've got 11. I can go down 1. So here we go. Ugh, 13. Not enough.
So yeah, it's not enough.
Damn it.
You're not able to move it. It budges slightly, but not enough to send it careening down the hill.
You keep trying it.
You've got another. So yeah. So
You could donate one.
So,
Well,
you,
wait,
yeah, so you got, we got, so we should. Keep
Well, I just don't want to lose 10 because then
Yeah.
if we get into a real bad situation, I can save us.
Okay.
Well,
So
I
why
can
don't you
explore
donate one? Just donate one.
that. We should explore that if
I've got
around
an
next
idea.
turn.
I've got an idea for my next turn.
So well, yeah. So going in initiative order, he moves to there,
Mhm.
and it's your turn again. You're by the boulder.
So we still
Staff
move
out, lever.
Yeah. I'll reduce it down to a 10 for that.
Mm.
Okay. Which one?
Anything but
So
that.
it's, where did you drop out, Smith? Because this is going to be probably the last thing we do. What was the last thing you saw?
We're deciding whether to push the boulder.
Oh yeah, so he currently
Trying
failed
to.
on one turn doing it, and he's now jammed his staff in underneath it, and the DC's down to a 10.
One! Critical fail.
Take an inspiration, Steve.
Snap
Go,
his
take
staff.
one.
Do you want to roll it then?
Yes. I.
A donated inspiration. Here we go.
No, doesn't count.
What was it?
3.
3. So they.
Hey, you can donate one.
Can I donate and roll?
Yeah, go for it.
Believe in yourself, Smith. The savior.
So yeah.
Calling upon the power of all your comrades.
So I think that this will be where we wrap it up because we're pretty much at closing time. So I think we Nuck jams his stick in. He begins to pull it down. It doesn't really move in. I think we get like a visual representation of each of the inspirations. So we get the one that we get sort of them stood in this room. Run's not looking too displeased with what Chacky's telling them, showing them all the worships and the bloody sacrifice table at the start. We sort of pan to Yarlet. What's Yarlet's expression when we see Yarlet sort of stood there having all this explained?
Just wide-eyed, like, just smile and wave, and maybe they won't sacrifice me anytime soon.
So yeah, I think on that we see like we pan back to Nuck and his staff like goes down like half an inch, getting closer to the bottom. We jump back to the room. We sort of see Run. You rolled one as well. What's your expression as we're closing out this final scene?
I know I rolled a 1, but I would be super happy. I'm fully behind Chacki and his.
Yeah.
You
And
Nazi.
So during that, like the staff doesn't move any further. It holds true.
That would be the picture of me tapping like Chacki on his back.
Yeah. And then I think the last one we pan to Din. How's Din taking all of
You ain't no
this?
racist, Din.
He's
Come on.
not, well, he's not happy. A, the fact that he didn't come home. B, he thinks it's a little bit, he sort of sees it as they've just been hiding in this cave. There's not a lot of honour in doing that, really.
Yeah. So I think we see Din.
This is why you ate shit and he didn't.
Din's brow begins to furrow, and we cut back to Nuck one last time. The staff gives way at once, and the boulder begins to roll first slowly, and then it hits where the slope is, and it goes super fast. We're just so during the turn which it's rolling.
No, they're all dead.
The fanatic reaches where the camp is with the other three. He hears something behind him. Like he turns around, you hear the slow rumbling getting louder and louder and louder. And they all turn round, and then it sweeps through with almost impossible quickness. The fire getting kicked up. I think we sort of see we see two people getting rolled over by the boulder, one getting caught up to it, and then it gets to where the fire is, catches the final person. Embers sort of get kicked up as the boulder rolls over the camera. As the scene sort of the boulder comes past, the scene slowly fades, and we sort of see where the embers are lying on the floor, all these bodies lying face down, crushed. And I think with that,
These aren't the bad guys. These are the good guys.
No!
I just don't want to get in trouble.
No, you agree? We can take it back.
you know, without the credits roll.
Experience?
Take it back.
Yeah, you killed a lot of people.
We also evaded out.
Yeah, we got into combat with owls and managed to not die.
Was that the first thing we killed right at the end?
Yeah.
We killed him?
Yeah, it was a fairly pacifist session, other than right at the end murdering all those people.
Murdering Nazis, though.
Hey, Nuck's got a name to live up to.
Yeah.
I do want to clarify. Din is obviously a Nazi as well. He
We're
just
missing
thinks-
some characters on
He just
this.
thinks this is a cowardly way
Oh, yeah.
of doing it.
But
We're
then
missing the
when we
college.
start-
college
Yeah,
boys.
I didn't include those ones.
Bigger.
Yeah, I should've
Yeah,
put
but
those on
we
there,
shouldn't
I
start
think.
small hiding in a cave. He thinks that's cowardly. They're just, you know.
Who's Grexlax? Oh, is that your
That's my
goblin?
goblin.
Greg's legs.
Yeah, Rex Laps.
Yay,
My
it's me with
goblin.
one
Then
character.
followed by McGrath, my weird, viney guy.
He was cool.
Yeah, I liked him.
Cool. So yeah, I think that's where we plan it out. So 2 very different scenes going on.
Nice.
And shit about to get all over our fan.
Oh boy.
So yeah, so let's roll some inspiration. If I get this out of the way, let's quickly see how many people are not just murdered in cold blood.
wow.
So there's the.
Brother,
Let's have a look. So we've
Hanging out.
got 4
Yeah.
cultists.
That's,
So let's-
that's 5.
How's this gonna go down next time?
So yeah, 4 and
We're
a
gonna
flat.
fight, but we
Oh,
found your
okay.
brother. Die.
Plus Sleepy Guy.
I was afraid it might come.
Oh, they're different types of
Oh wait, so the one that was sleeping was a.
a fanatic, not a cultist.
Oh, that's
So
quite
even
good.
more experience.
So yes, I think the board will probably make it down to here and then get wedged
Come on,
in.
please, just 70 each.
So the regular
tells
cultists
me,
would be worth
200 each, you say? My God.
Can you imagine?
they're worth 25 each.
Damn it.
It's gonna be so close, aren't we?
You don't get it. I'm sorry.
25 times 4. And then the fanatic, he
We
was
need
quite,
to be 200.
he was quite high. If he had decided to do something
Third
that
level
hold
spell.
you. Yeah. He is worth 450.
Yes! Finally!
So divide that by 4, and it's 101 up to 140 experience each.
Okay, so we are
You
at.
gotta be fucking kidding me.
I'll make it 370.
You just short.
I'm literally 5 experience away.
We'll round it up to 145.
Woo! Thank you.
Wait, what?
I missed a session.
Yeah, that's fair. It's not being 5 experience away. It's just brutal.
3.
Yay,
So we'll
level
be
up.
at 375.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we're at 300 out of 900, right?
Yeah.
Woo!
Can I grab the rubber as well?
Oh boy, level up.
Yeah, so we'll have to. So we'll level up between this and next session. I think it's fairly appropriate that this is the point where you guys have all reached some sort of growth.
Alright.
Do we get anything?
Can we
for-
start leveling up right now?
Do we get anything for evading owls?
Yeah, maybe that'll be the extra tip. So instead of just an extra 5, I'll give you each an extra 100 for surviving owls
Oh.
instead of the extra 5. So
Okay.
deduct 5 and
Yeah, yeah,
470 now.
47.
So I'd be at minus 5, 295, and then an extra 100.
So yeah, 395.
395.
So.
Great.
470.
Now the real question is, do I roll for hit points or do I take the 4?
Oh Jesus! Always take. But yeah,
Always
you-
take.
you- obviously it's your choice. Do whatever you like. But right, let's have some.
What do you
mine?
get to roll? D8 or?
D6.
That's
Or take 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
4 plus my constitution, which
The
is...
statistics say you should always just take.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's
I will,
half
so I-
plus 1 of what the.
Yeah,
roll for,
so I'll get 4 plus 2, so 6. So I'm up to 14.
I get 5, 6, 7, so I'm up to 18. That's so much better.
Half plus 1, the d6, would be. Well,
Oh, plus my dwarven trait, so I get plus 1, so I'm 19.
average would be 4.5.
Well, it says in the book what you get, so I get 4. It doesn't round.
Your hit die.
No, I mean, like, I'm saying you'd be better off rolling the d6 if it's half plus 1.
Then the way
Plus your constitution.
I don't know. What am I talking about? Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't can-
The way I look at it, there's more things on that D4, D6.
So
that's
level
lower than
2.
4 than there is
Yeah.
above.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I get a new
Plus-
first level
plus 1,
spell.
though.
Yeah,
Cool.
But it's still an.
And I get
So you
Arcane
get the plus
Tradition.
1 for being a dwarf.
Yeah, just added that on. It would have been 18 otherwise.
Oh god.
Right.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna save this for next time.
Right.
Because Arcane Tradition is where I choose one of the 8 schools of magic.
Oh
Yeah.
god, yeah, you got some decisions to make.
And I'm really thinking necromancy.
You're gonna bring
Live on-
Bumpy back.
Live on.
Yes! I've been dreaming
Should
of
I have-
this.
Should I have done something?
Not as yet.
So not as a yet. So between sessions, we can level up, or we can do it at the start of next session.
Yeah.
It tends to be good to just do it as a group. If people want
Yeah.
to do theirs, that's absolutely no problem with
Yeah.
you.
I'd say let's do it at
Oh.
the start of next session.
Yeah. We can obviously look it up, but to make it quicker, but it's
Yeah,
always
yeah.
fun to
Yeah.
just go through like, oh, I get this.
Yeah, yeah. So I think
Yeah.
we'll do that, but at the same time, yeah. If you want to read about what your next level is in advance, then that's perfectly fine.
Alright,
to do.
that was fun. Good session.